Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy back with a 271 t-shirt. I hope you guys like my shirt. Welcome back to the channel. We are back for another install this week. Today's install should be relatively easy, hopefully. I haven't heard too much concerns about trying to pop this up. So today we have a Buddyclub steering wheel that I got. I got the fully, what's it called, carbon fiber one. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it should be a relatively easy install. I will show you guys what the box looks like in just a second. And then I had to get one of these. It's kind of like it's like the touchless volume control that the newer models have. The 2018s you have to actually press the button, but these you can just slide up and down. So it costs like $80 for this tiny piece of thing. So I figured since I'm gonna be doing this, might as well go ahead and replace that. Oh, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button. If you guys are already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you guys. Questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I will leave the links to these products at the bottom of the video as well. So without further ado, alrighty guys, I'm just gonna open the box so you guys can see in the box. Okay, I'm actually really excited about this. Steering wheel has got some weight to it, definitely. But here you go. You can see the stitching. It's a lot fatter, so you can actually get like better grip. I'm really looking forward to this. Just the grip itself. So, and then if you take this out, you can see this is where the carbon fiber side is. That's why it's wrapped with this. Good protection, by the way. Just gonna, and one more. All right. Man, when I tell you I am in love with the way this thing looks, it is going to change the appearance in the car. Like, it is absolutely amazing. One thing I will caveat with this though is, so from what I've read, the core is not made from Honda core. So something about the crash protection, like if the airbags were to deploy or something like that. And so apparently, because these are not made from genuine Honda core, they don't have the same crash rating. Personally, I don't really care. I think if you get into a crash and the box airbag is the last thing that's going to save you, probably not going to make it anyways. So personal opinion, don't know, but that's just something to think about when you get an aftermarket steering wheel. It's the same thing for the Mugen part. If you get a Mugen steering wheel, it is not made from the the OEM Honda core. So it's kind of, you're in the same boat if you get one of these. But I mean, you guys check this out. I am in love with this thing. But all right, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty guys, so to get started, there are 2 hexagon bolts right over here. So there is one here. Focus, I'm using a GoPro so I can't really make it focus, but there's one right here. There's another one on the other side. I don't know what size these are, but as soon as I fit all the hexagon tools in there, I will let you know. But once you take out those 2 bolts, that should let the airbag box loose. And then whenever that's loose, there should be connectors for the airbag, I believe, and then connectors for the controls. So there should be 2 connectors in total that you got to take out. And then, before that, make sure your steering wheel is as straight as possible. So you want to keep this as straight as possible. So, and yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera down, get the tools, take the 2 screws out, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Alrighty guys, so I found the socket that works. So I have the Pittsburgh the hex base socket tool, and this is a size 4, whatever this translates to in the other loose one. So just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like, it's a size 4 right here. I'm not sure what size this is gonna be in the other ones, but yeah, I'm gonna start taking this out right now, and then we should be good to go after that. So I can hold the camera and do this at the same time. Alrighty guys, so I got the bolts out. They were relatively easy to come out. This is the bolt right here. I just used the magnet to get it out because the top of the socket was not magnetic. So they were super easy to come out, nothing crazy. And so you can kind of see the airbag box. It's already kind of loose, and you can pry this out right here. The only reason it's not coming out is because this other side, the bolt is still holding it in place. So I'm gonna loosen that a little bit more. That way it comes out, and then we should be good to go to get this airbag. Okay, so I got the screw out, and as you can see, the box came out like super easy. The only things holding it in place in the back are the harnesses I told you guys about, which are like right there. You have your grounded cable. Don't forget to connect that back whenever you put everything back together. And then of course, those are the connectors down there. There might be a little bit of a pin to get to, or not actually. It's a better view right here. So you can kind of see this. I think you push up these white clips, maybe. Yeah, you push up the white clips, and then you pull out simultaneously at the same time. I could go ahead and take off the grounded cable right now. Alright guys, so to get these out, you literally pull up on both of like the white pins, and it just comes out like after that. So I couldn't do it with one hand. I just wanted to show you guys before I did it. I did this one already. As you can see, these 2 clips right here, pull them up together at the same time, and then pull out, and it comes out. And then the grounded cable, I didn't want to like mess with the wire. I wanted to get this out first so I could get a better grip on that. So alrighty guys, so this grounded cable was playing games. I just went ahead and used the needle nose plier because I didn't want to accidentally rip this thing off from its actual connector. So yeah, it was playing games. But anyway, we got the air box out. It's right there, pretty fancy little thing, and this connects right back into the one that I got. This is the part of the control that I got that's gonna get replaced. So instead of pressing the button, you actually just slide up and down. It's pretty nifty if you ask me. I used to have one of these in my I had a 2016 that was like an EXT, and it was a swipe. And then when I got this, it was a button. This is a 2018, so I just you know, just a little something to upgrade. And then after that, to completely get the steering wheel off the column, you have to loosen this. I don't know what size this is going to be. Focus, come on. There we go. I don't know what size this is going to be, but that needs to come off. And these 4 screws eventually would need to come out. Well, maybe not 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4 of them will need to come off as well. So let's get to that, and then I'll be back to show. I don't know what size this is going to be, like I said, but we'll find out. All right, guys, so I found the socket that goes into this. Once again, I have, you know, the hex bit set, and this is a 10, and the 10 fits right in here. I'm gonna see if I could take this out by itself and then just take off the screws like afterwards, or if I need to take these screws out first, because really I don't need anything back from this steering wheel, except for like the steering column right that like sits like behind it and in this part right here. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna take this out first and see if I can completely remove the steering wheel after I take this out. Whew. Okay, guys, this bolt was very painful. As you guys can tell, it's got blue Loctite on it, so it's extremely difficult to get it out. I tried an impact wrench. It was just spinning. Either, I don't know, maybe I just need to charge it or something, but it wasn't working. So hence, you need a lot of leverage. So what I did was I held the steering wheel tight one way, and I put all of the pressure the other way, because if you don't, what happens is it kind of turns the steering wheel, so to speak. I don't know if that makes sense. So you kind of hold it in a certain way, and just got to give it all you got, man. Or if you got some help to add some more leverage to it, that might help, or a little breaker bar to help if you don't have an impact wrench. But yeah, just be prepared. That might be like the hardest thing to get out. And then also, I forgot to mention the white connector needs to come out as well. So alrighty, guys, so after you take out the middle bolt, just like I said, the steering wheel should come off. However, mine was extremely tight, so what I did was I had to wiggle left, right, left, right, left, right, and you could feel it kind of coming out. It was still very snug on there, like, you know, the bolt was on there, but I know there was nothing holding it back. So just wiggle, and it should come out. And there you have it. It's the old steering wheel. And so what's gonna happen is this back portion right here, this plastic, this is just the plastic in the back. This needs to be transferred over to the new steering wheel, and then you got to transfer the controls as well to the new steering wheel. And yeah, other than that, you should be good to go. Alrighty, guys, so one thing I forgot to mention was, so the wiring and everything, that also needs to get transferred over. So I'm gonna try to do this the reverse process. Like I'll try to work this and put things back on here for you guys to see as much as possible. So when I take something off here, I'll show you guys putting back on here, and we're just gonna go back and forth like that until everything is completely transferred over. And then the only other thing is just go ahead and screw it back on. The only thing, like I said, that will be getting replaced is this portion. So I'm just not gonna mess with this. I'm just gonna take out the harness in the back for it and connect it back to this, and we should be good to go. So what I'm gonna start with is taking out the 4 screws that I showed you guys earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should remove the back plate over here. And so that would give us access to the rear, so we can see where all the wiring harness goes for each one of these sides. Okay, guys, so I took out the 4 screws, kind of placed them here the way they're supposed to. And then the next thing I did was gently pry out this portion right here. You will not break anything as long as you do this gently. These are where the clips are. So the clips are, you got one here. This one kind of clips into this corner right here. You got this 3 prongs at the bottom, and then you got another one on the side. So you can use a prying tool, kind of get it out gently. Emphasis on gently. I did use my hand and it was fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and transcribe this back on here. Alrighty, guys, so I did transfer that over right here. The only thing is the garment under is kind of weird, so you have to kind of like force it in, but just make sure you align the holes properly when you're doing that. That way you don't break anything. And these are the holes for the 2 screws now, so those can go in there, so we know that's in there. And then the next part I'm going to do is probably use a prying tool to pop off this back cover right here, because the next thing I want to do is get out the controls and the harness And oh, I gotta loosen the ground cable right here, and then after that we should be good to go. So the last thing for me is this piece right here. If you're transcribing the entire thing, you gotta do the same thing on this side. And all I'm gonna do is use a prying tool to get around the corner right here. Hopefully we can find our way through like that, without breaking them, hopefully. So I'm gonna get in the back and see if there is an easier way to kind of get this out, and we'll see. Okay guys, so one thing I forgot to mention was this trim piece. As I was trying to take this out, I realized you gotta take this trim piece out as well, because this doesn't have one. And the trim piece goes in here the exact same way that she took it out from the other one. So just gonna let the wires fit through, and then these are just going to be in here as well. They don't have plastics on the side like the OEM one does. The plastic comes from these things, so that's where the clips are for the outside over here. Other than that, it just literally sits in like the garment right here. So alright, now that we get that out, we can start fiddling with this to try and get it out. Try not to break those things. They are pretty pricey for what they are. Like I said, the one side that I got was like, you know, almost $85 shipped. So try to be as careful as you can with them. This one side just has there is a plastic at the bottom here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to push it out. So I don't accidentally break that. Yeah, the main thing is just looking around and identifying where all the clips are, and then you can kind of just play around with it. So yeah, this is it right here. So the little piece of plastic can be pretty pricey. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here first. Actually, yeah, so these are all the clips that hold them together into it. And so the same thing as before. Obviously, you just push it in there. And pray to God that it goes in completely. That really is the painful part, is trying to push these things back inside the grommet can be a little painful. The part number for the product, if you have an older Civic like I do, if you're 17 or 18, I think in the 19s they started having the touch one, but if you have an older one and you're trying to get one, this is the part number. Looks exactly the same, just functions differently. So okay guys, hopefully if you are following the step-by-step process, this kind of looks familiar now. That's the old one, this is the new one. Yeah, it's everything just goes back in like plug and play. I have everything situated the way it's supposed to, and so now I'm just gonna put this last trim piece on. And then I'm going to put the last 2 screws on there. Don't forget your grounded cable right there. And also don't forget this grounded cable when you go back in the car to put it in. And it should be pretty much reverse process after this. So okie dokie guys. Finally got everything situated. I will say this trim piece, trying to put it back on was a little bit of a pain. I'm not sure why, but it was slightly difficult to get back and like just trying to make it like completely aligned. I don't know if it was my OCD that was messing with me, but I had to make sure like everything was like super tight along the corners and stuff. So but it is all set. I am going to place the steering wheel back on the column right now, and we're just going to put everything back in reverse process order. So the grounded cable, don't forget that one right there, and then this is the second ground cable that goes for the airbag. And when I'm done, I will show you guys, you know, the volume control stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alrighty guys, so here's the finished product. I am super duper excited about this. This not only does it look better, excuse me, it does feel better as well. Like I love the way it feels. It's definitely bigger. If you have small hands, maybe it's not for you, but man, just I mean, the aesthetics that it adds into the car itself is just amazing. So yeah, everything fits the way it's supposed to. It is all done. Don't forget the 2 screws for your airbag when you're done. I blipped my horn quite a few times while I was doing that. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. This is the end of the video. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button. If you got any questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave them below. I will do my best to answer to the best that I can, or maybe someone else that's a subscriber will be able to answer you. But other than that, I will see you guys next video. Peace.